Greetings, I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together.
together.
Let's just show our poem to Monika together.
Yes, at long fucking last.
You know what? I'm just waiting. There's so much poetry in this for someone to leave a comment as a tiny poem. That would be hilarious.
I was leaving haikus.
God, like a haiku comment. God, if I were commenting on this video, I would be that troll.
Yes.
Right. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that. Please.
You never know. Well, want to share what you wrote for today? And by that, since you walked over to me specifically after you went and got your poem, right after I announced, that we're all going to be sharing our poems, I'm now going to ask you if that's actually your intention to really just share your poem with me.
Why wouldn't it be? I'm so tired of this. Can we please get done? You're the boss. Let's get it. Sure. Here you go. Just for you.
Just read it
Take
yourself, okay?
Have fun. I give my poem to Monika.
In the face. All right. It's, pretty good.
Did that hurt?
It makes me think of Sayori every freaking time. All Monika can talk about is just, by the way, Sayori. Makes me think of Sayori, like that other one you wrote. I'd be very interested once we're done with this to see
Find
other
out what
playthroughs.
The mechanics
are. How much variation there is, and if she doesn't talk about Sayori, if your poem feels more like someone else. If we do end up having to write a third poem, I think at this point we're gonna try and choose really aggressively away from Sayori and see if it does something.
Because now for me, I just want to see if it's different.
If there can be a variation. All
yes,
right? And we really have I don't think Splat has any investment in what they're writing, so it's not in those cases we need to be loyal to the character. It's just words on a page. On the other hand, if Monika keeps mentioning Sayori, Splat could actually have an initiative of going, I would like you to stop talking about Sayori, please. Oh my god, so I will write something that is nothing like Sayori.
Completely. In fact, that's perfect. Wait, I've been motivated by you? Oh, shit.
God, now I'm really
Damn it, I was just picking words at random. No, but
it makes me think of Sayori, like that other one you wrote.
Oh, my God.
You two are like the dynamic duo.
No, God, that's kind of exaggerating it, just a bit.
No, I really don't think so. I think everything you do subconsciously leads back to Sayori. I'm feeling it.
I don't, thanks.
Yeah, okay, maybe it's exaggerating a little, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? I know she sticks to you because, in this club, there's 3 of the rest of other people that aren't here, here. But outside of the club, you definitely spend time with her because, you walk her home. And so it's even in the club, because in the club, you clearly have other options available.
Are you fucking watching me?
To spend time with. No, what? We just, we can all hear you in club talking about walking her home and her always spending time with you and sticking to you like, a fly on paper. And, so it's just.
Fly on paper is true, but, usually that's not supposed to, let go. She's supposed to remain and die.
Yeah, well, apparently she just thrives being stuck to you. Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm just gonna assume that the reason you hang out with Sayori is because you're most familiar with her, and so you're really shy in reference to the rest of us, and so you're just holding back. You're staying with what's familiar to you. You're just kind of trying to warm up to the rest of us. We can all be a tad bit intimidating, I know, at least myself.
I'm not shy.
I'm just teasing. I feel like y'all are gonna say that Sayori just won't leave you alone, and that's why that's happening. But I know that it's a 2-part thing, that both of you are hanging out together. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, or anyone.
You gotta... Sound like everybody makes this easy. I don't want to make friends. I came here so she would leave me alone.
But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. if we're going to be passing you around the club like the main attraction, we really should try and have equal exposure to you. You know, sort of that round robin thing that happens in a lot of like dating games where everyone gets their fair share of time. It'd be real nice if the rest of us got our fair share of time. And as the leader, you know, as president, it's really important for me to advocate that everyone get their share of time. But I'm not going to advocate for myself because that would be selfish. I just assume that you'll figure it out. All right, but Yuri and Natsuki, they really are super interesting.
Good for you. Why don't you date them? Why don't you date
so
all of them?
Genuinely concerned, like, ooh.
I'm also just like super, so don't be sure to give them their share of time.
We are
That's
really like, we're
weird.
time sharing splat here. And that is, I kind of am like, is that a soft fourth wall break?
Uh-huh.
On the other hand, I'm like, maybe it is. That'd be so good.
Pissing off characters going, you're supposed to be playing with everyone. Why are you playing with one person?
Why are you focusing so hard on one person? You're going, I literally don't have a choice. And so it's making you more aware of the experience of the game.
Right, maybe.
That would be very interesting.
That would be. We don't know how this works, so we'll find out.
And you can talk to me every now and then, too. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't really advocate for myself. But, you know, it'd be great if you put me in that, you know, that rotation, that sharing of your time around the room.
There is only one martyr in this place, and it is me. So go screw yourself.
I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything. Am I?
No, it's nothing like that. Your chibi literally doesn't exist on the screen when I go to just vomit out words, so I have no idea what your interests are, what you even freaking care about. Like,
I cannot literally write a poem for you, so you know what?
go buzz off.
Guess you get to just shove it.
I'm still getting used to being here. That's all.
This is literally like our third meeting, so you know.
Please. Actually, I think this is the second.
No, because you had the
Like
initial one
poetry
joining
reading.
the club. Oh, second poetry reading, but third meeting.
Yeah. This is tiring.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something, making you feel obligated to anything, or like a little bit like spread thin, or like the expectations were too high.
Or like the fact that we were expecting you to beat this in 5 hours, and it's been a while. What happened, honey?
I wonder, okay, so part of me is like, if the game reacts to how long you've been involved in gameplay, it would be freaking hilarious, because sometimes we have done a couple of episodes and then walked away to do other activities that we need to do and then come back, but left the game running because we left the setup in place.
Uh-huh.
So the runtime on the game of how many hours it's logged as being played and open is way bigger than what we've actually done.
Right.
And if the game reacts to its timer, this is going to be an interesting experience.
It'd be hilarious.
I really didn't mean it like that.
No, please. Just, honey, don't worry about it. Just don't. I get what you're saying.
Well, since I've been holding your poem and ignoring it this whole time, well, all right.
Great.
But, anyway, I suppose I should look at this, paper. Oh, you know what? I'm not even going to think about your poem.
We already did.
I
It reminded her of Sayori. That's exactly what she went off about Sayori.
That's true. Okay, she's like, I'm just, do you want to read my poem now? It's about me.
Oh my god.
I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Alright, let's take a look in a book.
It's a reading rainbow. Save me. Oh, here we go.
Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise! Excuse me as I have to scroll down here.
Yeah, hold on. We're gonna try.
And the noise! It won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me.
What?
Ah!
What?
That's super weird. That's so bizarre. Anyway,
I don't even know how to take that.
Neither do I.
Load me, save me, load me. It's a game.
Yeah.
It is a save me and load me. So it's talking about games and basically the pointless grading experience of playing a game.
Maybe.
Are we getting super meta now?
We're going, God, please stop playing.
Could you just not play this game? It's a bad experience, okay?
That's even more abstract than your first one, huh?
I guess it's just the way I write. I can't be direct about anything, really. It's not good feminine leadership. But usually, Yuri's the one that's real concerned about feminism. So, and I do like to be a little more direct than that. But I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that.
I wouldn't be direct like that.
Me, never direct. So why would I be? It's just kind of a thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I
kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Words can actually have different meaning depending on the kind of space you put between them. Or pregnant pauses can really add a lot of depth to your conversation.
Right. Right. Okay, I don't care.
Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. In fact, it's really, real valuable to think about how the deliberate spacing, even in text messages, creates a different emotional feel. It's almost like using Tumblr speak. It's almost like magic.
Really?
The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise to me. But, I'm going to tell you, it makes it feel like that in general. Because literary interpretation is really a universal thing, and it's not really an interpretation, it's just an understanding. Understanding an actual set written language. If you were just interpreting Chinese, it always says the exact same thing.
Clearly, because nobody has slang at
all.
So
it just really does feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. The noise of the paper, I guess.
I see. What are we fucking doing? It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Damn.
Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. You're asking the wrong question.
Oh, God. Don't remind me of that movie.
It was so bad.
Oh!
A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling. Sort of like when somebody uses real confusing body language around you, and it's clear they're trying to communicate something, but you just can't pick up what it is. So you can't ask exactly what it is, because sometimes there's those inexpressible feelings that only seem to fit, your aesthetic blog feel of words from another language that can't be translated, and then they literally translate them with a whole descriptive sentence that sort of seems to do the job they say that can't be done, and nonetheless describes a complex emotion that can't be described. So, maybe it can be, who knows?
Oh my God.
Or a conversation with a reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. It more like it is something. You got it, honey. So good.
I don't care about you.
And anyway.
Oh my God.
Here's Monika's writing tip for the day. Because I can't just hold normal conversations. I need to stay in a leadership position. It's real important for me to keep a level of distance from myself, which is why you can't interact with me in reference to writing your poems and things. Because I'm a leader and you can't date your boss. So here's Monika's writing tip for the day in case you felt too comfortable there for just a moment.
Oh, great.
Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. Sort of like you might face in this game when the choices actually come up. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. That is so meta and I love it. Yeah. That actually is officially like a fourth wall break and it's meta and I love it. And we do have 2 actual save slots, so neither of them are important at this point. Though I think if we do come to something that actually does feel important, we might save it separately, even though we're only going to have one path on screen because it might be interesting to explore later.
Right.
I'd say, but yeah, we really are just going to draw this whole thing from a character choice. But I like that because if you're playing it by yourself and you really just wanted to explore the whole game rather than sort of build a character experience, that would be really valuable.
Yes.
You never know what might happen. When you might change your mind. Like, you might run into something you don't like, or when something unexpected may happen, you may wish it hadn't, or that you didn't have to see that. Wait, is this tip even about writing? God, I just got caught up in the meta there for a minute. I totally lost myself. What am I even talking about? That was so good. That honestly feels like what we do sometimes, though, when we're just mocking the characters. So that was a lot of fun. And I'm like, maybe it will subvert things and the characters will talk to the player. That'd be fascinating.
Honestly, it would be interesting. Mm-hmm. But I'm still, so you'll have to forgive me, I'm kind of going a little quiet because I'm sort of letting this run through because I like I said earlier, I've been a little bit frustrated kind of waiting for the game to go somewhere, and I understand part of it is probably the fact that, we talk and we have fun, but also, like, we're trying to dissect it and trying to understand it, and also, again, like, series of expectations, people going, it takes 5 hours, and I'm like, I'm gonna die.
5 hours seems like a long time to do just this. So if it doesn't change up, if it stays in poem, walks, like get assigned a poem, walk Sayori home, come back to class, have some drama, do a poem, get assigned a poem, walk Sayori home, come back to class, have some drama, that is gonna be real repetitive, real fast for both of us.
Yeah.
So, that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Hi. What? Who should I show my poem to next? God, we have Sayori again, but I kind of want to tell her to just go fuck off and die. I'd rather just, like...
You just spent a whole ass ton of time with Sayori. You probably want a break.
Can I have a break? Who can I have? Oh my god, Yuri is such a bitch. Let's go talk to Yuri. I knew it.
Yuri also usually has the shortest poems.
Actually, that's Natsuki.
Oh, sorry, is it? No, my bad. It's usually not Natsuki.
Yuri is the wordy one.
Yeah, Yuri is the one of, I will give you the critique and the feedback.
Yes.
I will make sure you know what you've done wrong in the softest possible way.
Perfect. Oops, I forgot to move that.
Oh, bye, mouse.
Bye, mouse.
Bye. Yeet. Yeet the cursor.
All right.
Don't forget to save your game and yeet your cursor.
I'll curse plenty of things.
Oh, God, that's so good. All right. So, again, very interesting that everyone just stands there and watches this happen. And then they see you turn and look at them. And it's sort of like sizing up to buy a horse. Who will I walk up to next?
Right?
Every one of them trying to look like, please pick me, I guess.
Who suppose?
Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Splat. The compliments are straightforward. Your skills, even after one poem, and without really having a good consistent baseline for what your ability is, are already improving. I can tell from just these 2 samples.
And where you haven't at all read any more literature, you haven't engaged in any books or any poems at all in your own time, but you've gotten better. So one of the reasons why I'm being sarcastic with that is sometimes I have run into the concept where there's this idea of going, you can just write a story because, stories are easy to write. And it's like, if you've never read a story, though, then how do you know what the current people are interested in reading?
Or basically what the writing skill looks like.
Yes.
So people who do not read, but they like to write, it sounds very, very different than those who do read. And especially those who read a lot. And one of the things that's interesting about developing a writing skill is reading helps you develop a writing skill even if you don't write.
Right.
Because as long as you're paying attention to things you like in the book, things you enjoy in wordplay, plot beats and story that you like, or how exposition is handled, you understand components that that are consistent in your favorite authors, that kind of thing, you are developing your own writing style and basically your awareness of writing without ever actually doing the writing.
Right.
But without reading and having comparison for your work or knowing what kind of literature you like to read, it's hard to interact with your own writing. Because if you're like, I don't like to read, how are you going to enjoy reading your own work and know you're satisfied with it?
And also going, I'm going to write a specific genre. You can't usually write the genre without knowing the genre.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that seems sort of hypocritical and also impossible to do. Like, you get the ideas of it, sure, in regards to film, but film is different compared to book.
It is.
Radically so.
In the same way that short story format is different than novel format, is different than serialized, like TV show versus a movie kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're all different. And no, you don't have to expose yourself to a lot of the genre you're interested in writing, because some people are like, I feel like if I inundate myself too much with what is current and modern, then I will get stuck in a particular writing style and not find my own voice. I'll mimic other people's voices.
Right.
But part of the way to help that is really just to read a really diverse selection of whatever you're looking for. And if the genre you're going for doesn't have a lot of content, such as I want to write what I want to read and no one's writing it,
right,
then you can read up on the component pieces of it.
Yes.
So if you want to mash 7 or 8 things together that have never been done before, go study those pieces.
Yes.
Anyway, so it will really help and make your life easier.
All right, already improving. Great. Really?
Really?
Thanks, Yuri.
I feel like that is such
bullshit.
I was going to say, like, you know, an educated statement. Such an informed opinion. Oh, my God. From just these 2 samples.
Coming from you, that means a lot, I guess.
Because you continue to give me more detailed feedback than everyone else.
Except for the fact that I still don't understand it, and I don't exactly know how to follow it, and what you're talking about, and where you're starting from, and where you want me to go is very imprecise.
Vague.
So, yeah, vague. This is I call vague. I am bold. You're vague.
Yay.
All right, well, in the next one, then, she can be as vague as she wants.
Yay!
Hey, so thank you very much, guys, then, for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Also, please feel free to share our videos if you're having a good time with us. Please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or Patreon. Got some links in the description down below. And other than that, I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you. Bye!